What a beast of a car. Barely fits here. Jeez. Hello guys and welcome to another Carsexposed video. So today we are working on a Range Rover 2007 Sport, I believe. I think the engine is a 4.2. But yeah, this car, if you remember, about maybe a year ago, we worked on it because the fog light was on at all times, even with the ignition off, you know, car locked and everything. The fog light was always on the right hand side one, right rear. Now, I had a call from the customer saying that he needed to use his hazard light the other day and it wasn't working. It didn't work. Now, so I picked up the car. I said, yeah, it probably didn't use. I didn't test it when I replaced the lighting module, footwell module at the time. I don't think I tested the hazard light. Yeah, I can't remember testing it. So there's a possibility that that module is what's causing this problem. The indicators work and everything works, you know, like before. Let me start this engine. So indicator work fine. So everything works fine. So very unlikely there was going to be the footwell module. Now, I picked up the car this morning. Like I said, when I spoke to the car, I said I'd never used it until the other day and it didn't work. Now, let me show you. Press the button, it works. And it's working every time now. And when I picked up the car, it didn't actually work. Just now, I pressed it, it didn't work. See, pressed it. So basically, what's happening is, when I picked up the car, I tried it 5-6 times. It wasn't working at all. Now, on the way down, I just kept trying it. And then, funny enough, I got to a traffic light on the hill. The hazard lights start flashing. So, oh, it's working out. And I couldn't get the thing to turn off. So, I pretty much drove a couple miles with the hazard lights on. And I just kept pressing until, yeah, nearly getting to the garage. I managed to switch it off. So, there is an issue. Well, pretty clear there's an issue with the switch. But because I've been working on it, working the button or the switch, I think it was probably dirt or something. And now, crazy, now it works every single time. Every single time now. But anyway, it seems like a little bit of a silly video now, but I pulled the live data for the switch, as you can see there, hazard switch there. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get both shots here, hopefully. You can see that, me press. Pressed. Pressed. Release. Pressed. Release. Pressed. Released. Press. So it's basically working every time now. How annoying. A minute ago it wasn't that responsive, but I think the contacts probably of me just pressing, and you know, I don't know how many times I press the switch now. It's probably clear the contacts. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to remove it and then maybe give it a good clean, but it seems to be just dirt. Yeah, I can see on a live data that you know is working now every single time. I don't even know if it's worth it for me to take it out and clean it. I think I will. If it's serviceable, if I can, you know, take it apart and then clean it, that will be, you know, just to make sure that it doesn't happen again. I know it didn't work there, you see. Works now. The funny thing is as well, when I was pressing sort of like normal, just pressing the switch, nothing was happening. I start sort of like hammering a little bit, and that was sort of like working every single time. But now even pressing normal, just softly touching the switch, it works. So yeah, there's another complaint. Also, the jet, the windscreen jet on this side doesn't work, as you can see. So they said they tried to unblock it, put a little needle inside the hole there, but didn't manage to get it back, to get it clean. So I'm gonna look at that as well. But for now, it's a shame, but I can tell you, when I was at the house, I pressed that so many times and it didn't work. But coming now to the garage, I just kept working the switch, and as you can see now, it's working pretty good. So yeah, it's not the footwell module, which I'm glad with that. I don't even know how to take this thing off. I guess the vents will come out. Right, so I kind of managed to pull this side. There's two tabs there, and basically it seems like you have to lift it up. The bottom one seems to be okay there. Top one I'll show you in a minute. There we go. The other side clicked in place. No. Come on, man. Right. The other one clicked in place again. There we go. Right, so ignition's off. Let's see what we have here. So I have a couple cables. That's the main one. Can remove the switch now. Right. There we go. So you just got to press this tabs in here on the side, and then pops up. Two tabs, one each side. Now, is this thing going to be serviceable? Alright, let's try to open this up. Hopefully I'm not going to break it. So it has, well, basically the door lock button and the hazard in one switch. I did try the door lock button or switch, and it was working fine. Okay. To be honest with you, everything looks fine. It's not what I was expecting at all. It's pretty clean. What we're going to do is just going to clean the contacts. Obviously I have two contacts there and two at the top here. Just gonna clean that. Well, there's not much there. It's pretty clean to me, but as we got it out, that seems to be quite, you know, sensible thing to do. I can't see any problem with any joints or anything like that. And like I said, you know, to start with, it was just not happening. But as I was driving down, it got better. I pressed in the shop here many times as well, and well, it seems to be working fine now. Yeah, there's no damage, nothing untoward, anything. So with the lock facing up, that part, you can see the other side is just smooth. So that part, there's a little square there, face the top as well. Then it just should be able to push it in. That's it. Feels good. Let's put it back in the car. Just have a few goes. See if well, unfortunately, as you saw there, was working pretty good. But if something happens, I'll probably just get another switch. I think the switch is about £26 with VAT, so pretty cheap. All right, let's see what happens. Plug it in. Lovely. Yeah. Okay, the door wasn't locked properly. I thought this lock and unlock wasn't working, but it is. Well, it's working every time now. Well, this is a sort of situation where it seems like the video is a waste of time, but I can swear, guys, this wasn't working this morning, and the customer phoned me last Friday, about a week ago, with this problem, because, you know, obviously he's going through an MOT very soon, and he couldn't get it working. And this morning I pressed that so many times, and on the way down I just kept banging on a switch itself, and it's working now. So, but I'm surprised there's not that much. You know, I was expecting dirt, dust, corrosion, maybe some kind of something like that. But there you go. How annoying! But believe me, that wasn't working. So I don't know if the springs, the feel feels pretty good to me. It's not like the contacts are not, you know, firm enough, or I don't know, because it's all sort of like a rubber and a piece of copper ring that makes the contact. And I put the wiring diagram. It's basically that closer circuit comes ground here. When you press it, obviously close the circuit, gives the ground to the lighting module, and then tells the module to turn the hazards on. So, you know, at the moment there's no ground going to the module. Now there is, and there's another wire. I think it's 3 wires, and the other wire is basically for the light. You know, when you turn the lights on, obviously that should come on. Hold on. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to see, but there you go. You can probably see the difference there. So yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. Try to unblock that windscreen jet. Right, I'm gonna leave the pipe here. Let's see if we get any water there. Probably not pointing that direction. Oh yeah, plenty coming out. Happy with that. Right, let's try to remove this jet. I think there's a clip that you have to push down. Jeez, oh yeah. Okay, so it's coming through the top of the bonnet. I have to remove the wire. Does this come off? Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna have to disconnect it from here. This thing looks broken. It looks like it lost the tabs there for the heating element. But it comes through the top. Let's see what we can do with it. Oh, there you go. Right, so to unblock this jet, I normally use my back probe. And it feels, for some reason, it feels pretty clear, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything here. It's definitely blocked, 100%. And I don't seem to get anything through, really. I can't get to the... I think if I put this side, I'm probably going to make it worse. No change whatsoever. I think I can remove the jet part, I think. Looks that way. Okay, so there's a little bit of dirt here. Oh, I've never seen one like this, put it that way. Yeah, that's free. Yeah, they both, well, they're not blocked. Now, it seems to be this part that is so dirty. Really strange. Inside there, I believe, obviously, well, there's two holes in here, but I can see that rubber or something on the left hole, and this spring goes in. So I don't know. That should press it down to release it. Doesn't look like it. But I think something like a jet is something so simple, but not on this one, because you have the heating element in one side, and inside there it's totally free. I can see when I put the pins in here, I can see the other end. It's just this part that seems to be the problem. So we're gonna have a play with it. Definitely I can't get any air through here to come out the other side. So right guys, so I had to drill it. There's a kind of a rubber check valve or whatever inside here with a spring, because you have a heater element inside here. I guess when it start heating the water, it wants to come out from the nozzle. So there's a check valve there, but well, that's what I think anyway. So it's not a really simple, jet like you have in any other car. But there's nothing else that I could do. If you want full functionality, probably gonna have to get another one, but it should work for now to go through the MOT because it's not blocked. It's not blocked anymore, and the problem wasn't with the nozzle, it was actually inside this thing here. And tell you what, for the windscreen washer jet, it's pretty complicated. Let's put it that way. But anyway, I'm gonna put it in the car. Hopefully it should be okay to at least pass the MOT, have functionality of cleaning the windows, and then obviously the hazard light is working now as well. So See what he wants to do, if he wants to replace it or not. But so far, no parts required. There we go, lovely. Right, it's on. Let's plug it in. And also this plug is broken anyway. Let's put the hose back on. That seems to be broken there as well. There you go, let's test it. Let's try. Let's close this door so we don't get wet. Whoa, it's working, but it's going over the car. So we're gonna have to adjust the jet. So I'm going to do that. Right, take two. I'll just adjust the jet with my back probe again. So now, lovely, pretty much like the other one. Happy with it? Job done. Right guys, so that's it for today. It's a shame that obviously I couldn't show it like it wasn't working, but I'm gonna leave this video here because I don't know if it's a common thing or if it can happen in another car. But trust me, 100%, I pressed this thing so many times in the driveway when I was picking up the car, nothing. And then on the way here, kind of worked once, and it was on, I was driving, I drove for about 2 miles and it wouldn't turn off. And then when I got close to the garage, it worked again. And from there, it just got better and better. So, but I'm gonna put this video out because those things happen in real life situation. You know, I was a bit concerned about obviously the footwell module that I replaced before. There was a possibility, but luckily it's just a switch. So switch is pretty cheap, 26 quid. I checked with Range Rover, Land Rover. The windscreen jet washer jet, I believe, is about £40. So because it's heated. So there you go guys, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any comments, just leave it below, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.